Bro, you taking a piss? For USA Paraguay, guys are spending almost 4 tickets to watch USA versus Paraguay. And look what the New York Times posted about the train prices. $98 for a train. You're taking the piss. Free bills for parking. This has to be the worst one. $11.5 million for one ticket. And look at the seats you get. Row 22.
How can you be selling tickets to watch a football match as high as $36,000? I don't get it. I don't understand this news.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah.
In 4 days, the 2026 World Cup kicks off at the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. Mexico versus South Africa. The opening match of the biggest World Cup in history. 48 teams, 3 countries, 104 games. And if you want to be there for that first whistle, the cheapest ticket on the resale market right now will cost you more than a used car. But that is not even the scandal. The scandal is how FIFA built an entire system designed to make sure you pay the maximum possible price, take a cut every time a ticket changes hands, and then look you dead in the eye and call themselves a not-for-profit organization. This is the story they do not want you to hear before kickoff. Let us start with the numbers, because the numbers are insane. In 1994, the last time the United States hosted the World Cup, a ticket to a group stage match cost $58. $58. You could watch the World Cup and still have money left for dinner. Fast forward to Russia 2018. Group stage tickets started at around $105. A jump sure, but still within reach for a normal human being with a normal job. Qatar 2022. Prices crept up again. Group stage tickets sat around $150 to $200. Expensive, but manageable. One fan who went to Qatar bought tickets to 9 group stage matches, a round of 16, a quarterfinal, a semifinal, and the final. All premium seats. The total bill from FIFA for all of those tickets was $11,100. His son recently calculated what those same tickets would cost at 2026 prices. $200,000. That is not a typo. That is an 18 times increase in 4 years. For the same sport, in the same seats, run by the same organization. For the 2026 tournament, FIFA set opening match ticket prices between $3,000 and $10,000 during their April release. Category 2 and 3 seats, we are not talking front row here, are running upwards of $2,000. And that is the face value. That is before the resale market gets involved. Now here is where it gets genuinely corrupt. FIFA runs its own official resale marketplace. Sounds reasonable, right? A safe place for fans to resell tickets they cannot use. Except FIFA decided not to put any price cap on that platform. None. Zero. You can list a ticket for whatever you want, and someone did. One ticket for the World Cup final at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey was recently listed on FIFA's own official resale platform for $11.5 million. One ticket, and it was not even a good seat. It was behind the goal, in the corner, in the upper deck. Block 307, row 22, seat 12. One of the worst views in the entire stadium. Now, is someone going to pay that? Probably not. But here is the part that should make your blood boil. FIFA takes a 30% commission on every single resale transaction on their platform. 15% from the buyer, 15% from the seller. So if that $11.5 million ticket somehow sold, FIFA would pocket $3.4 million on a single seat that they already sold once. Think about what that means. FIFA is not fighting ticket scalping. They joined the scalpers, they built the platform, removed the price caps, and then positioned themselves to take a cut of every inflated transaction. And they did all of this while calling themselves a not-for-profit. Even the most expensive Super Bowl ticket ever sold, a $434,000 seat to watch Tom Brady complete the greatest comeback in NFL history in 2017, does not come close to what FIFA is enabling on their own website. And Infantino has the nerve to compare every group stage match to a Super Bowl? But let us say you accept the ticket price. Let us say you swallow hard and pay $2,000 for a group stage seat. You are not done spending, not even close. A hotel worker in Houston, one of the host cities, posted online that their hotel normally charges $129 a night. For the World Cup, management jacked the price to $1,000 a night, and the rooms are not selling. The hotels are panicking because they priced out the exact people who would have filled those rooms. In New Jersey, NJ Transit announced that a train ride to MetLife Stadium, a trip that normally costs around $15, will cost $200 during World Cup matches. A $15 train ride. $200. That is not dynamic pricing. That is a shakedown. In Seattle, FIFA reportedly reserved thousands of hotel rooms in bulk, creating artificial scarcity and driving prices up to $1,200 a night. When they later released 70% of those rooms, prices dropped back to around $300. The scarcity was manufactured from the start. Costco, the wholesale store, was offering World Cup travel packages to a single game. The price range, $16,000 to over $30,000 for one match. At Costco, the store where you buy toilet paper in bulk. Add it all up. A conservative estimate for one person to attend one group stage match in the United States, not even the final, just a random Tuesday game, lands somewhere around $5,000. For a family of four, you are looking at $15,000 to $20,000. One fan pointed out that he priced a 2-week all-inclusive holiday in Bali for a family of four with an infinity pool and a 60-inch television to watch every single game of the tournament, and it cost less than attending a single match in the U.S. Let that sink in. The worst part of all of this is not the numbers. It is the people behind the numbers. There is a 70-year-old man in Mexico City who attended the 1970 World Cup at the Azteca. He was there again in 1986. 2 World Cups, same stadium, same country. This time, the World Cup is coming back to his home, to the same building where he watched the beautiful game as a young man, and he cannot afford to go. For Mexico's economic reality, he said only the people with the most means will get in. There is a fan in Seattle who lives 12 minutes from the stadium. His sons both played competitive football. When Seattle was announced as a host city, he told his family they were going. Then the prices dropped. He told his family, no way. There is a fan in Toronto who lives 1 kilometer from the venue. A season ticket holder for their local MLS team. Walks to matches regularly. Nobody in his entire circle of football-obsessed friends bought World Cup tickets. Not one. There is a fan in Los Angeles who said this was his lifelong dream. A World Cup in his city. Games he could drive to. And now he will be watching from his phone. And there is a fan from the American Outlaws, the biggest U.S. soccer supporters group, who put it perfectly. He said FIFA told us this would be the world's game. The peace game. An event you bring your whole family to. And then they pulled the rug. He called it what it is. A cash grab. So what does FIFA's president, Gianni Infantino, have to say about all of this? He has been asked about ticket prices repeatedly. And his answer every single time boils down to 3 words. Blame the Americans. He says the United States is a highly developed economy. He says Americans are used to paying big prices for big sporting events. He says Americans are well versed in dynamic pricing, and it is just part of U.S. culture. Interesting theory, except Americans themselves are saying the exact opposite. One fan responded, as an American, we are not used to dynamic pricing. It was forced on us and our government is too deep in Ticketmaster's pocket to do anything about it. Infantino also compared every World Cup match to a Super Bowl. His exact words, every single game is going to be like a Super Bowl. Special occasion, special prices. Quick fact check on that. The average Major League Baseball ticket in the U.S. costs around $12. An average MLS ticket is under $70. A college football game starts at $20 to $30. Comparing Jordan versus Algeria in the group stage to the Super Bowl is not an argument. It is an insult. But the moment that truly reveals how seriously FIFA takes this issue came when Infantino was asked about the $2 million resale listings. His response? He said, and I am quoting here, if somebody buys a ticket for the final for $2 million, I will personally bring him a hot dog and a Coke. A hot dog and a Coke. That is the president of World Football's response to fans being priced out of their own sport. The good news, if you can call it that, is that someone with actual legal power finally noticed. The Attorneys General of New York and New Jersey have officially launched an investigation into FIFA's ticketing practices. They have issued subpoenas. They are demanding internal documents and communications related to ticket sales at MetLife Stadium. New Jersey's top prosecutor described FIFA's ticketing system as, and this is a direct quote, a gauntlet of confusion, fake scarcity, and impossibly high prices. They are specifically investigating whether FIFA's staged lottery system was designed to inflate prices by an average of 34%. They are looking into reports that fans received tickets in completely different categories than what they purchased, ending up behind the goals when they paid for midfield. And they are examining allegations that FIFA actually altered the stadium seating maps after tickets were already sold, quietly downgrading what fans thought they were buying. That is not dynamic pricing. That is bait and switch. The 2026 World Cup is supposed to be the biggest celebration of football the world has ever seen. 48 teams, 3 countries, over 1 billion people watching. But right now, it is shaping up to be the most expensive, the most controversial, and the most fan-hostile tournament in World Cup history. And the people who built the beautiful game, the fans who fill the stadiums, sing the songs, and pass the love of this sport down to their children, are being told very clearly that this event is not for them. If you are watching the World Cup from your couch this summer, you are not alone. And honestly, you might be the smartest fan in the room. This is the World Cup Fan Show. Subscribe if you want the version of the World Cup that the official channels are too scared to give you.